Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I thank y'all for tuning in to Ohio Hilltops. Today I'm going to take you along and we're going to get to changing a trailer tire for that little poly cart I had. Y'all probably seen the few videos back where it went flat on me. And also we got the front tire on one of the lawnmowers, needs the tube replaced. It's a rainy day out, so we're in the shop working. Come along and I hope y'all enjoy. Alright, so when we get started, you got a couple of major concerns, and one is having the right tools. I had a couple of these old tire spoons, but I only got one now, so I'm gonna have to revert to the old faithful flathead screwdriver. Some of the biggest things you gotta worry about is when you're taking it off, damaging the bead of the tire, and also when you're putting it back on, pinching the new tube, or again, damaging the bead. So what I'm gonna try to do is get in on one side, underneath the bead of the tire, and then you're going to want to press the other side down in the recessed area of the rim, so it gives you more, we'll say, slack on the tire. You can see that wasn't too difficult to get it up over the rim. And then we're going to go, I'm going to swap this out here, coming along the other side of it, same thing. Going to try to push down on the tire and roll up with your tool. Now it should start giving me a little bit more freedom on this bead to finish working it the rest of the way around. There we go. All right, so next you want to remove the valve stem from the hole in the tube. And you're going to try to work the tube out of the side of the tire. Alright, there's the old tube, and there's where the valve stem had torn, caused us to flat. I got this tube from Rural King. I think it was about $8 maybe, $7, $8. Now this is the part where you're going to want to take a lot of time. Make sure you get it laid in around the tire and the rim nice, no folds. And once we get it in there, we're going to apply a little bit of air to it to give it a little bit of fullness so we can work it and get all the creases and such out of it. So I'm going to want to find the valve stem hole on the rim right here. And we're going to take the valve stem up through the back side and start with the valve stem through there. We're just trying to work the tube around the tire. Okay, next we'll go ahead and inflate the tube a little bit. Make sure we're going to get it to lay nice in the rim. Okay, on this part you don't want a lot of air at all, just enough to fill up the tube a little bit. After we know the tube's laying in there nice, we're going to go ahead and let the air back out of it. you got a valve stem removal tool, that would be the right way to do this. And again, you don't have to get all the air out of it, just enough to make it so you can get your hands in there to check it free and everything. You want to make sure it's all the way behind the rim lip. And that it's not folded or anything. All right, that feels pretty even, so now we're going to go ahead. We'll put our cap back on. And we'll get this bead down behind the rim. All right, when you're ready to put the tire back on inside the rim, your biggest concern is pinching your tube. So you want to make sure again that the tube is behind the edges of the rim, and you want to be very careful with your tool when you get behind it to start pressing it down. All right, so working through this, I'm finding that my tube is wanting to continue to slide out of my rim here, making it difficult to get set up. So to eliminate that, I'm going to try to put a zip tie around it to help secure it in place. It's nice whenever you got a rim nut on your stem there to keep it secured, but this will have to do for now. Okay, good and tight. Shouldn't come off of there. Same thing with the slack in the tire. If you can push this down into the bead, it'll give you more room to make your pry over the lip easier. Just being very gentle with your tire tools that you don't go and pinch your tube. Okay, there's that. We've gotten our valve still in the right place. We'll go ahead and air it up and verify we didn't pinch it. All right, seems to be holding air well. Go ahead and put our cap back on it. Then we'll go ahead and remove our zip tie here. It's no longer needed for us. And we're back in business. All right, we'll put that back on the poly cart there, and we'll be back in the firewood hauling business there. So I want to thank you all for coming along. There's other tricks that you can do as far as You know, if you're having trouble with getting it on the rim, and you know, that's just dish liquid and water, that'll help that tire slide over the rim a little easier on bigger stuff. And also making it easier to seat the bead on the tire if you're doing a four-wheeler tire or something a little bigger. But all in all, just have patience. Be easy with your tools in there and be sure you don't pinch the tube, and hope that'll help you. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap this episode up on This May Help. I thank y'all for coming along. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We're always into something here on the Hobby Farm, and we'll see you next time on High Hilltops. Y'all take care.